reliable. I think the roster's been together a little bit longer than Mythic. Aim is pretty close, but I think God, I gotta give this to reliable. I think they're the team that's gonna edge this out teamwork, and Train is all about that teamwork. You can have 5 get rights on a team and get smoked by people that aren't as good just because of their teamwork. So I'm gonna have to probably give it to reliable just on the fact that I think the roster's been together a little bit longer. They might have that team experience, know how they play a little bit more, but I think it'll still be relatively close, 16-9 reliable.
I think that's a pretty apt, I guess apt prediction. I know the game is live right now. Slow play out of the terrace here, which I think is interesting. Most teams like to set a precedent early and rush, and here they come. Luca, take it away.
And we are in the first round here. This is going to be on Train. Your terrorists are already executed out mid. Bomb goes down. Trade happening there. CEVO gets a kill. Hiko also gets a kill. And then Robert Clemente 1 takes down CEVO there. So trying to cover that bomb. There's only one terrorist remaining. That is your 0 player. He's going to be moving his way over there. And he's going to try and get to the bomb. No one's actually defusing it. They fake defuse. Gets a CZ75 kill. Frost and Slip left alive. Able to defuse the bomb. Frost with no kit, but enough time on the scoreboard. So first on the board is going to be your counter-terrorist team of Reliable Gaming, and that's a big first CT side win right there for Reliable, who's looking to try and maintain control of CT side throughout this map.
Definitely, that was a weird, I guess, start to the game. First of all, the terrorists came out, you know, pretty much waiting, trying to buy their time, I guess maybe looking for a pick or just kind of a misplay from the counter-terrorists. And then once they realized that wasn't going to happen, they just came right out. And Reliable Gaming didn't fall for that bait. You know, usually once like chaos starts to happen, teams break down and get kind of caught up in it. But when the play was breaking down, Reliable Gaming stayed back, stayed in cover, and just picked them off. And that's why the round didn't really even look that close at the end.
And that P90 jumping nonetheless for Arya. And I do believe that was a 5K. Ace for Arya inside at the ramp, lower ramp, going down into the B bomb site. Gets the ace with a P90 for his team, closing out the second round there. So usually off that first round win, you're given 3. You get first, you get second, you get the third round just because you have the gun advantage. Terrorists don't have that money advantage unless they get a bomb plant somewhere in there. They can eco on the third round, which they did get.
Which they did, yeah.
So look for the buy.
Yeah, the terrorists got that bomb plant on the first round with that weird slow and then fast take. And really, you know, win or lose, getting the bomb down is a big consolation prize. And Lex is able to use his rifle to open up the round, taking out CEVO.
So executing outside once again, 2 players moving their way out the ladder. That's Lex and Abe working their way around. As you can see on the minimap, they have already worked their way into the outside bomb site. All 5 of the terrorists up low, though. Now 4, as Arya is able to flank, coming from the ladder room to get 1. Robert Clemente, and then who is LIG? Who is that?
That's a good question. I guess his username is Light. I have no idea how this new scoreboard works. I can't even look at their profiles. I can't do
Light?
any of the.
It
might be.
LIG.
Who knows? There's a lot of this. I have to say, you know, obviously, I'm like, I'll let you continue. And no, I'm not the rest. You can talk about this another time.
The bomb is outside and planted. Frost, last one left alive, just trying to escape right now. He's going to be over there with an op. He's going to be getting pushed, but he makes a nice shot right there on, I believe, his Light. So terrorists win that third round. They got a bomb plant first round. We're able to buy on the third round and kind of take the counter-terrorists by surprise. Frost did get to save an op there, which is going to be helpful going into this, but his teammates are not able to buy around that op to support him. So look for him to try and just get a couple early picks and probably fall off as soon as a couple teammates die. I don't expect him to hero too much with this op here.
Yeah, me neither. And speaking of scopes, the Mythic player who had a scope, I don't remember who was using it last round, but I guess Mark has a Galil, so it might indicate that he had it. They lost their scope somewhere in the process. It was an auto sniper, and it got dropped. I'm not really sure where. I lost where it got dropped, but that's a big chunk of Mark's economy, or whoever was the one who purchased it. Kind of just going, you know, right down the drain.
Wow, Mark outside in the back alley shooting towards Ivy. Some of those headshots were completely ridiculous with the Galil there. Bomb planted inside, 4 terrorists left alive versus 2 CTs. You got Frost with that op, still saving it. Roka also picked up a weapon. He did pick up a Galil there. So Arya, only player on the CT side to get a kill, and then we have Light and Mark both able to get kills there. Mark with the 2K on the round. Lightworker, I do believe, with a single kill, and it looks like that both the CTs are going to save, and it looks like we have a terrorist push incoming towards them. That is going to be Abe and his teammate trying to work their way over. That's going to be Robert Clemente trying to push over there, but the CTs wisely fell out and got away to save their guns there. That's Roka with a Galil and Frost with an op.
Roka appears to be buying up around that Galil, so I think he's going to be holding on to it. This is Reliable Gaming's second chance to stop the momentum of the terrorists. The terrorists were able to take a surprise buy round off of Reliable Gaming. And you know, if you're going to be playing the counter-terrorist side of this map, first you want to lock down as many rounds as possible. You don't want to so easily give up the momentum of the game. So a stop here for Reliable Gaming would mean a lot for them, both, you know, economically in terms of building their economy going forward, and you know, with their mentality, knowing that they won't get taken down on, you know, arguably the easier side. That could do a lot to you psychologically.
And Frost goes down, or Sobo goes down first, excuse me, outside getting picked, and then we have Arya who gets one kill and then taken down on the inside, pushing the halls area upstairs, moving towards the stairway back towards White Halls. He goes down, and now we have 2 CTs dead and only 1 terrorist down. Looks like Execute's coming outside. Pico is up on top of the T connector train, and he goes down. Lex with a nice shot on him. Frost makes it up though, taking down Roberto Clemente, who I've actually just been informed was a famous MLB player. I don't watch baseball, so I didn't know that. Sorry if that offended anyone, but he was a famous baseball player, so that is Roberto Clemente. And Slip and Frost left alive versus 3 terrorists, and here comes Slip pushing his way up onto the bomb train, gets a pick at the back of it on Abe. So now Lex is trying to get a kill, and a nice op shot there as Slip tried to jump in between the 2 toxic barrels on the opposing side of the bomb site, goes down. So your terrorist team now has 3 rounds to 2 rounds from Reliable Gaming.
Reliable Gaming is forced back into a position where they have to save again. So it looks like Mythic's in a really good position going forward. I mean, if they can continue to pick up rounds here, it's only, I mean, I guess 3 rounds in it. It's hard to say, but if they can continue to pick up a bunch of these rounds, it'll just be that much easier for them when they actually get to the CT side. And one thing I want to point out is that Lex is actually just going crazy with his scope right now. He's a presence pretty much anywhere on the map, and he doesn't care what gun you have, rifle or another op. He is no problem out picking you.
And a push from Arya there, able to make 1 kill. That takes out Lex. Roberto Clemente pushing the inside, and he's able to get a pick in there, taking down Sobo. So now we have Slip and Roka left alive, trying to defend against terrorists who have guns here. Let's snap over to Slip, who's getting in a gunfight there, goes down. That's going to be Lights who takes him down. And then Hiko is trying to push by himself, gets taken out by Lex, who is in the T-spawn as Hiko pushed through a T-mid, trying to get a gun, trying to steal that op from him, not able to make that happen. And 4 rounds now in favor of Team Mythic versus the 2 from Reliable Gaming. Reliable
Gaming needs an answer. Maybe Frost's op might be that answer. I think that's Frost, right? I can't even look at his profile. That's the F. I'm looking at his profile picture, trying to put it together. I believe that's Frost. If you can, you know, pressure even Lex. Oh no, he can't. As Lex takes down Roka. If he was able to, you know, scare Lex away or make him, you know, get into a situation where he has to peek or makes a bad peek, he could neutralize that threat.
I was literally just calling Roka by his tag because every time I'd look up, I'd be like, oh, it's Hiko. And yeah, people actually pointed that out. And now that somebody's like, when is this guy going to realize Hiko got traded to Reliable? And I was like, matter of fact, when did Hiko get traded to Reliable? And then I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, Roka's got Hiko Homos as his name. Nice. Good, yeah, good play there, Roka.
I didn't realize that Hiko was part of that big complexity trade. I guess the roster adjustments that have been being made in the past few days have been deeper than we know.
They've been super deep. They just slipped
transcending
in Hiko
all of the professional teams
onto Reliable.
Players going everywhere.
I'm actually the only one who knows about Hiko getting shifted over to Reliable. So you heard it here first.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys have no idea about it that Roka is not on the team anymore. It's actually Hiko who got switched over. He got traded. Actually, he didn't get traded. He got dropped and then re-picked up. So you heard it here first. You'll see it on Reddit later on tonight. But let's get back into the action. This is round 8. Your terrorist team has 4 now, and the counter-terrorists are rocking 3. Full buy across the board, though, except for Frost picking up that op, not able to get the head armor needed, but your terrorist team is at full strength with nades, guns, and flashes there. Only 1 nade on Mark, actually. But Light is trying to push. They're working their way inside. 1 player sitting outside. That's going to be Mark, who's trying to throw some fakes, doing those smokes and flashes outside like they're going to try and push through connector. And Execute coming inside. They're going to work their way in. Hiko, oh wow, I did it again. Hiko, it's Roka is able to get the first kill there. Slip also gets 1. Trades happening. Slip picked up 1 with his op, and then Hiko, wow, dude, Roka. I just look at the name, and Roka gets a kill there, and then Frost also picks 1 up. Very nice shot from Lex there, using the op extremely well to take down Slip. He was actually shooting from the upper area, shooting. Ooh, and it was a nice shot. Frost takes down Lex. Frost cleans up the end.
Frost. I was trying to do a base on the picture because I couldn't look up the username. For some reason, it looked like Frost. I don't know why. I thought it was Frost. No, that must be Flick. Flick makes a lot more sense than Frost.
Oh, GG.
Oh, no, unless Flick is on the other team. Oh, my God, these names are so confusing. That probably is... Oh, my God, I'm losing my mind. We're both losing our minds out here. That probably is... Oh, my God.
When people change their names, it gets so confusing because I'm just trying to figure out who... Look at pictures, and I'm like, is that Frost? No, who is that?
We can talk about this another time. But, yes, name standardization is an issue. Clearly makes it difficult for us. Let's just get back into the game. Let's not try to... We're trying not to dwell on it for too long.
Yes, but we're back into it. It's tied up now. It's 4-4 rounds, and outside, Abe gets a kill. Mark also. Trades happening. Arya picks up 2 right there from the ladder room. Nice kill there. Light trades out, I do believe, Frost, and gets the kill there. Abe trading out Arya. So just like that, Roka is by himself versus 3 terrorists. Abe and Roberto Clemente left alive with Light. So 2 kill for Abe right now. Bomb goes inside. Roka knows it. He's working his way over there, and it looks like Roberto Clemente is in a good position to pick him up as soon as he steps out around the corner. Not able to do it. Hiko just Roka is able to pick up 2 more kills on the round, and the bomb is going to be planted for Abe though, so he's going to try and work his way over there. Fakes the defuse. Abe's not really biting on it now. No, not really going for it. Going for it is Roka. Abe bites on it now. Steps out. Almost dies. He's down to 17 HP. He knows Roka has to commit to it now or die. Roka's going to try and push his way around to the back lanes. Can't make it happen. Abe takes him down. And once again, this back and forth trade is continuing to happen. Abe with the 3K on the round there. But your terrorist team moves up 1 round. Counter-terrorist down by 1. So 5-4 in favor of Mythic.
I'm not sure if the back and forth trades is really what Reliable is looking for, especially being on the score-wise the losing side of them. Really, on CT side, you want to be able to tee off as much as possible. You're able to get outside and get in such defensive positions and pick off the terrorists as they come in. That it's pretty easy on that side, and it looks like the CTs, or sorry, the Ts in Mythic haven't had the craziest. Set up smokes to take outside or even inside. I know they're working smokes, but really, I kind of lost my train of thought, in the process of it. But the trades are not favoring Frost Gaming.
As you said, they are not really favoring Frost Gaming. I will pull up scoreboard at the next juncture here so you guys can actually take a peek at it. But right now we got some action going. It looks like Roberto Clemente is actually trying to move his way out. And I should have known by the 1 at the back of his name that's Robbie 1. But Roberto Clemente 1 is Robbie 1 using the R. Stay with it. Roka gets a nice kill there. Roka gets traded out though by Light. And now we have Frost, Sobo, and Arya working against 3 terrorists, basically 2, as Light is down very low. He's down to 10, and we have Mark and Abe. We're at full power just like that. Mark goes down. They're trying to execute outside and work their way around because the bomb is going to be down near Tikon. And Sobo with a nice FAMAS pick right there. And Abe gets a trade on Arya. Gunfight breaks out. Abe, FAMAS versus FAMAS here. And the FAMAS battle goes to the CT side as Abe falls victim to Frost. And just like that, tied up once again. Score is 5-5. Back and forth battle continues. And here is the scoreboard.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboard, specifically in the money column, you'll see that Mythic's actually on a save. And if I'm not mistaken, is that their first save since the pistol rounds? It might be, or there could have been one already. Let's see if they have a strat for it, and it looks like they do. They're rushing all 5 players out Ivy. Let's see if they can make anything happen with it.
Trying to work around. Here comes the push right here. They're going to be on a save. And Arya is right there waiting for him. CEVO is the one to pick up the first 2 kills. Frost goes down. CEVO picks up another 2 on the round. So CEVO with a 4K on the save round there. He wasn't on the save. The terrorists were on the save. And it wasn't actually a full save there. There was a light buy. I do believe a few of the players had P250s and CZ75s. So light buy for them, not a full save. But counter-terrorist team of Reliable is able to pick up a 6th round. And back and forth battle continues.
Definitely. The CTs this round are actually still rocking their FAMASs from the past few rounds where they had to do a partial buy. I guess they've decided that it's not economically worth it for them to try to upgrade those rifles to M4s or even upgrade Slip's shotgun to any kind of rifle, despite the fact that a lot of people on the team have the money to make that happen.
Yeah, and as you can see, once again, back onto a light buy here. P250 Glock, Jewel, CZ75 Autos left alive there. Just picked up off of Moss. Roberto Clemente moves himself outside. Slip is right there on top of him, though, as the bomb gets planted. Slip goes down. Lex takes it. Bomb plant outside. Frost trying to battle his way around inside. Roca knows Lex is right there. I do believe he saw his head. Strafes out, using the FAMAS. Can't make it happen. Op from behind. Here comes... That shot from Frost was pretty nuts though right there. And that touchdown grenade, I didn't get to go to his view fast enough. I don't know if he saw Lex move behind the E-box there. I'm assuming he did by throwing that nade. But we have Frost with a 3K on the round, and Lex also with the 3K, but Lex died right there at the end for the touchdown grenade. And now Reliable steps up by 2 rounds.
I really thought that was a winnable round for Mythic. They were in a really good spot to pick up that eco. It was really just Frost's really slick play that saved him. That a really nice pistol 1 click on the terrorist in the end, and the follow-up nade, as you said. Mythic is, even on the rounds they're losing, even on ecos, not really rolling over. This is a team that I think is doing well on the terrorist side right now, and will continue to do well when they make the transition.
Ooh, that shot right there. That was Mark making a nice shot from T-Connector on the slip. AK one-tap tears his face off. Roca got a kill before he went down. He got traded out. But the CTs are down to 3 players versus 4 on the terrorist side. Terrorists looking to stop the momentum here that was actually gained, and Frost misses a big shot right there on Robbie 1, who's able to capitalize on that and get a pick inside. He's going to be pushing his way up, get upper. Arya is not looking. Arya finally sees the shot, misses his. Robbie 1 gets a nice pick right there, and Arya opening up the inner bomb site. CEVO by himself, fighting against 4 terrorists. Lex is right there. CEVO's in a good spot, gets him, dinks him. He's probably just going to grab that off and get out of there. And takes a little bit of damage, almost goes down, grabs the op, runs away wisely, and Mark is going to be pushing the ladder right now, pushing his way through the inside, trying to get a good flank on him here. I do like how the terrorists recovered here, and we're able to work that inside bomb site. Seems like they try to execute outside quite a bit, and it's got them 5 rounds so far, but the inside execute was very nice. Big opening shots, though, from Robbie 1, who's got a 3K on the round now when it's all said and done, and CEVO is getting pushed so hard right here. 1 player close at Ivy. Mark on the other side from CT mid. And back within 1 round as your terrorists pick up a 6. The score is 7-6, and we are almost done with first half.
Yeah, it's wrapping up pretty quickly. As you said, I think the inner take might be a take they should look into going forward. I like the way that they've been, kind of putting players pretty much everywhere and then kind of coming to a conclusion on a take and then taking it together. I think if they just try to, all rush Ivy like they did on that eco round, they're all just going to get caught up in the same spot and not be able to, really effectively trade off their kills. By spreading across the map and, at least trying to stay near a partner, they're doing a good job of trading off their kills and not going down so easily.
Execute once again outside. Trades happening. It's 2-2 now, and Arya is getting pushed right there and get caught from the side from an op. Still gets one of those kills. Now we have Robbie 1 in a 1 versus CEVO. He's got a 2K on the round, and Arya had a 2K on the round. Wow, CEVO almost just went down right there. He's so low. gets legged, and then killed from the Glock. So Robbie1 clutches the round with a 3K on the round. So that is a 7-7 score at half. This is so very close here. Nobody has a real advantage going into this. And it looks like your CT's a little bit of attitude on their side. But 15th
Definitely.
round of the half. This will be it right here.
They don't seem to be happy that they're getting bullied around the map, and that's really what's happening. I mean, this is a CT-sided map. The CT side is definitely where you want to pick up the majority of your rounds, and the fact that they're unable to do it is extremely frustrating. Mythic's been playing a great game, especially with that scope from Lex. He seems to always be in the right position with it, picking up just tons of kills and just making himself a presence pretty much everywhere.
And he's picking up a lot of big frags here. Roka trying to escape out of there.
Oh, wow.
Barely made it. 3 HP and a swag 7 in his hand. The CTs are on an extremely light buy here, bought everything they could. But just like that, Arya gets one, Roka gets another one. CEVO gets naded out, and Mark tries to even it up a little bit, taking down Frost. Roka solo down to 3 HP, and then swag 7 up in heaven. Here comes the push. He is able to get a kill on Robbie1 right there. Arya is going to push very, very low. This is a winnable round, 2v1. Mark has a 2K on the round. Roka with the 3K, Arya with 2. And half is going to end up 8-7 in favor of Reliable. Now we're going to switch sides here and see what your current terrorist team of Mythic is able to do on CT side.
Yeah, I think winning this pistol right here will set the pace for them. Will show Reliable that they have control over the game. And before we get too far away from it, I just want to say Roka did an awesome job of staying pretty much unkillable that round, avoiding trouble pretty much everywhere where he was. It seemed the trouble seemed to follow him. And his presence and him being alive and him being a threat was one of the reasons why they were able to lock up the round, even though he had 3 HP.
They were able to capitalize there, and it looks like they're trying to move their way into the inside. Reliable trying to make it. Opening pick there from Roka as almost all the terrorists have pushed their way all the way back to the back lanes. Roka gets 1, gets 2. Now a 3 kill on the round. Slip is pushing, takes down Mark. They have control of inside. Only 1 CT left remaining. He is deep in there. That's going to be Lightworker trying to make it happen against Arya. Roka with a 4K on the opening pistol of second half. So the terrorist team of Reliable has spoken. They are here to play, and they are here to win this game. And the score is now 9-7.
If you saw Roka play Swords for a long time, and basically up until the death of Swords, you'll know that he's an absolute monster with pistols. His robotic aim was not something that just started in Go. He's been like that for a while. So I'm not surprised that his team was able to pick up the pistol round on this side. The Glock is an incredibly strong gun, and I'm sure in his hands it's even more strong than I even know.
Look at this CT push outside, and CEVO cleans it up. Robbie1 goes down, Lightworker goes down to that. Galil headshots there for him. So 2 CTs out of the way already. It looks like your terrorist team is poised to pick up those 3 rounds I talked about. They're going to get another bomb plant right here as the CTs are on the flank. The first player they're going to meet is going to be CEVO, who's still rocking the Galil there. And they should be moving towards him very quickly here. Abe cautiously moving his way up. Nope, Slip is going to be the first one to make his way over there. He's going to push. He's going to meet Lex. Can't get the pistol kill off on Lex, so go back to CEVO. Gun in their hands now. Boom. CEVO gets another kill right there. That's a 3K. He's going to peek out. Mark's right there. He's got a 4K on the round. Looking to try and get that ace. He's going to push, and he's going to get flanked right now. He's from behind. He gets spins around. Can't get the ace. Dies. At the end of that, Arya has to clean up, and 10 rounds now go in favor of Reliable Gaming.
I'm not sure if that was a strat call from Reliable Gaming to stay kind of in that spawn area as long as they did, or if it was more just kind of gathering information based on what they heard. They heard the CTs running that way, and they opted to stay there because of it. But either way, it was a great strat call. I mean, the terrorists basically came running, right at the guns of the counter-terrorists from a really long range, where their pistols were about as ineffective as they could be. So great strat calling from Reliable Gaming.
And Roka opens up the round, pushing outside. Lex goes down to an AK headshot from him. Standing on the bomb, actually a bomb site in between the 2 silos there. And look at this. Just working their way outside. They have the bomb plant ready to go. It's going to be Slip trying to put that bomb down. CT rotate incoming. 4 players were near the inside. 1 was actually in the connector, so it was 3. And, oh, Slip almost just got smoked right there. Mark is going to get partially blind again. Doesn't matter. Gets the dink off. Slip ends up getting the AK headshot. AK 1-tap. Much stronger than that pistol 1-tap. And here comes Light and Abe trying to work their way down the ladder. 1 drop. Lots of damage on Arya, but he continues to hold the spray down. Gets 2 kills right there, so 2K on the round for him. And now we have Robbie1 by himself, the number 9 player. He is going to be the last one to try and get something happen. He's going to get pinched from both sides here if he's not careful. Gets 1 kill. Actually, the other player is not pinching him, so he's going to grab that gun. He's got to turn around, and right in front of his face is going to be a terrorist, and I think the round will end before that even gets close. Yes. So 11 rounds for Reliable now.
So I think most people consider this a counter-terrorist-sided map, mostly because of the positioning of the counter-terrorists start in. But, you know, one thing that's interesting about the map is that unlike Nuke, where the CT team basically just tees off no matter what, pretty much, really good terrorists can actually make this kind of a T-sided map by just exposing the weaknesses in a CT team. For some reason, if, you know, a not-so-great team can be dominant on CT side of Nuke, but if you're a not-so-great team on the CT side of Train, you can get absolutely abused by the terrorist team. So it's typically lopsided in favor of the counter-terrorists, but this is, you know, not uncommon on this map. Or it could have just been, you know, pistol round whatever's.
I feel like T-side requires so much teamwork and the ability to execute, the ability to use smokes effectively in flashbangs. Whereas CT, you can fall back on your aim a little bit more. Just play your, I guess CT is always that way, being able to fall back on your aim. But your rotates don't really, they seem a little bit more mindless on this map. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you're able to just fall on, just being able to just aim a lot better is going to help you on CT side, more so than like on a map like Nuke, where your rotates need to be pretty well timed, and you pretty much need to have an idea of where you need to rotate, when you should rotate there to help your teammates. So this seems a little bit more mindless for CTs. Just hold an angle, get those shots off, turn away from flashbangs. When you smoke, move here. So look for the CTs to pick up a few more rounds than this, not allow the terrorists to run away. But 1v1, CEVO versus Robbie1. Just picked up the bomb. CEVO down to 13 HP, actually. And Robbie1's at full health here. He does have armor, not head armor, and a defuse kit. He's going to move his way back inside. I believe CEVO might have saw his feet right there. I don't know if he did for sure, but I think he might have saw his feet underneath that train.
It's definitely possible. I mean, CEVO's aiming that way. I know invite players tend to have that kind of weird intuition. Or maybe, oh, he made it. I'm sure Robbie1 knows exactly where he is, and now he's just running, making noise with no regard, trying to hide in the T connector where he won't get shot at from so many angles. And I think it's a smart play. If he could switch his crosshair to the other side of the door, he'll be able to catch Robbie1, and he seems to sense it.
Oh,
but no, Robbie1 creeping up on him. Walking the entire way seemed to be the right strategy, and he has the kit to pick up the defuse pretty easily.
I don't know. Where did I see that kit at? Oh, I saw a new kit. I think he picked it up. Dang it. I saw that new kit and I wanted to look at it, but missed it. Not going to see it.
There's actually pictures of it on Reddit. I posted them in the chat before. You might have been
yeah, I caught them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how like quickly we could kind of pick them out of the ground in an actual situation, not just a screenshot that's supposed to indicate what it looks like on the ground.
And here we go into your round 20 here. The counter-terrorist just broke up the winning streak there, and just like that, they're able to pick up some more. Abe gets one, Lightworker gets one, Mark gets one. It looks like it might be a team ace here. Frost is able to take down Lex, and Robbie1. Oh, wow! Frost gets a nice op shot right there. Another one. That's going to be 2 on the round. He is 1 versus 3. He's got a 2K on the round. If he peeks out a little bit more, though, he's going to get caught from an op that is just sitting around the corner from him. Actually, no, an M4 now. Gets 1. Dude, that shot is nuts. That shot is nuts. He's got to look over the ladder, otherwise he's going to get taken out, and he does get pushed from the ladder. Abe gets the kill on him, and now the momentum is switching back to your counter-terrorist team of Mythic, as the score is now 11-9. Reliable is still up, but Mythic looking to play the slightly easier side to their advantage to try and catch up on these rounds.
Definitely, and you know, Lex kind of, or sorry, not Lex, what am I saying? Frost had those great shots to end the round, but you know, Op only gives you $50 per kill, and it's a large investment on its own. So if he bought it that round, which I'm pretty sure he did, I don't think anyone dropped or picked up for him. He's still going to take a massive hit financially. He's only shaving off $150 off the total price of it.
Yes, and we have a light buy here for your terrorist team. P250's Deagle CZ75, and Robbie1 opens up the round. Then a 1D right there from Roka taking down Robbie1. Mark answers. trading out Roka. So now we have Frost and Slip. They got to get that bomb planted right now. Frost is able to move his way up there. Can't get it planted. Only one remaining terrorist anyways. That's going to be Slip on the flank right here. Mark is right in front. He should get the kill on him. Gonna run for that gun in. Lex was waiting after the kill there. So now your counter-terrorists move back within one, and it looks like we're going to go back and forth round-wise once again here. Terrorists are still up. Reliable up by 1.
Yeah, and we're going to see another gun round out of Reliable, and another chance for them to, I guess, to stop the momentum that Mythic has been gaining. Winning the pistol round was incredibly important for Reliable Gaming. I mean, definitely, if you know, they allowed Mythic to pick up 6 rounds right off the bat, I'm sure they would be in bad shape going forward, just, you know, economically and morally. So the pistol round was super important for them, and it's one of the things, one of the only things really right now that is keeping them alive. So if they could pick up some gun rounds to follow up with it, it would be huge.
Frost right now is going nuts with that op. We saw that round, and Robbie1's able to push. Frost gets another kill outside. Let's actually go to Frost's perspective as he's really close to a CT right there. That's going to be Lightworker off to his side. He's going to see him. Doesn't matter. Lightworker goes down the Slip. Frost makes a nice shot on Mark right there. So now we have Robbie1 by himself versus 3 terrorists. 2 of them are very low. Slip's right there. Gets Slip easily. So now he's got Frost in the connector. He should know he's still there. 1 terrorist in the back lane. That's 2 lane right there. That is going to be pushing up on top of him. And he puts his back to Arya and goes down. So the terrorist team of Reliable moves back up by 1 round. Score is now 12-10 as Reliable gets a little bit farther in the lead once again by 2 rounds.
Yeah, they might be able to kind of just squeak this one out if they kind of keep picking up rounds, you know, intermittently. I mean, if they could chain this one into a bunch, they're much closer to winning than Mythic is. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see after this save Mythic continuing to pick up more rounds afterwards. And as the chat loves to do, I was correct that the op actually now gives you $100 per kill. I forgot that they rebalanced it, but either way, $300 off the hefty price tag of the op really isn't that. I mean, it's an extra $150. It's really not that much in the long run. It's the price of a grenade. So I mean, I think the point was still valid. My numbers were just, you know, not so high.
We know how the Counter-Strike community, how critical they are. So they.
But no, they're right. I should have known that. I was a little bit of a mind fart.
Oh, big deal. Into this round, though, we have your terrorist team turning it around. They're off that 1 win in a row right now. Actually, 2 wins in a row, I do believe. No. 1. Yeah, only 1. But the terrorists are trying to bring this back, though, and control this game. We have Abe by himself trying to work. He's trying to get this gun from Roka. He's able to get the kill on Roka. He's able to pick up that gun and run away. But he's going to be getting pushed from all sides. Gets a nice headshot right there. Getting pushed from down below. Arya's just going to come right up this ladder after that flashbang. He's going to turn, gets the spray off. Down goes Arya. So now Frost and Slip, now they have to go against him. Oh, man. Lots of hate. Lots of hate right now from Roka. You guys are, you guys, I know you guys are seeing this. That's, wow, man. You're a Counter-Strike pro. Like, come on now.
I mean, that's what happens. I mean, he's always the one who is, you know, called out for the one cheating, and he gets instantly one-tapped as soon as he turns the called out. But obviously, I'm sure he's just kidding. I'm sure he's not actually thinking that he's cheating. I'm pretty sure he just got shot very quickly in the face by another human player, and he's gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, and we are now 13-10. Reliable is up here. Round 24 underway. And you can see there's going to be buys going across the board here. 1 FAMAS in the hand of Mark. Abe's got an AK that he picked up last round. Full guns and armor and nades on the terrorist side. So CTs are going to be the ones that aren't on a full buy here. Mark actually had to sacrifice getting head armor to get a FAMAS here. Otherwise, he'd be back down to a pistol, which is not preferable this late in the game. Other team's up 3 rounds here. You got to try and work. Reliable seems like what they're doing everywhere is working extremely well. They're throwing these fakes outside and then working inside. And Slip, and I believe it's Slip and Roka are getting the most of the picks inside. But Robbie1 opens it up, gets the bomb down. Here comes the rotate from his teammates. They know it's there. Look at that fast rotate incoming. Robbie1's going to get CEVO on the stairs. Now he's got to try and turn around as Roka is waiting right there with the bomb. Mark is gonna try and get the FAMAS down, and he does. He pulls the FAMAS spray down, able to get Roka. So now we have Frost and Arya. Arya, only one left as Frost goes down, gets op. It looks like Arya is gonna try and go for the op here. Lex was waiting for it though, and that breaks the hot streak there from Reliable Gaming as your counter terrorists are finally able to pick up another round, and the score comes back within 2 rounds, but Reliable is still up 13-11.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I predicted that, and I'm pretty sure I said it out loud, which is nice. Usually, if you say things on the inside, and no one ever hears them, and when you say I knew it, I believed you. Yeah, I mean, Mythic Gaming was able to get themselves back on track with that gun round win. I think saving is obviously particularly hard on this game, but saving as a CT on this map is super hard. You just lack the range. The only real way to do it is to get up in the other team's face, and so now that Mythic had guns in their hands, they were able to kind of play their own game, cover each other, stay back, not have to get too close to the terrorists, and get the picks they need.
Opening up the round, quite a few kills. They're trying to execute outside Abe, and Robbie one last one left on the CT side, about to get a push here. That's Abe who goes down. Robbie one last remaining counter-terrorist here. Terrorists trying to pick their steam back up, and they are able to chug along and get another round underway. The back-and-forth trades have been going. The only difference here, though, is that Reliable is able to get 2 for every 1. Roughly 2 for 1.
Yeah, not exactly.
It's not a true 2 for 1 the whole time, but the first half it was back and forth, completely 1 for 1, and this time it's only been Reliable getting 2, and then they break it up a little bit from the counter-terrorist getting 1, and then back to 2 wins from your terrorist team. But they're able to string together more wins in a row here, which is, it's winning the game. It's definitely helpful. Frost opens up the round, though. But I'd like to see, man, they're holding Robbie one by himself inside. I don't know. I don't like that. They should play a second player in there. He's holding his own, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strategy that a lot of teams go with. I guess the thought process, or no, I mean, I don't know what to say. I guess I know the thought process is that the guy that is in Z will be able to cover if he calls anything, and that he's so well protected there with the trains that they wouldn't be able to get to him without him knowing or knowing a little bit in advance, enough time to give him a teammate to cover him. So, I mean, whatever. If they feel that's their best chance of making a stop at either one of the sites, then I guess it works for them. But I think you're right. It looked like for a long time Reliable Gaming was favoring the inside. But right here they're going outside. They don't even care about the man stack.
Throw that fake inside, work around. They know Robbie won. The problem with that one player inside, anything that happens right there, he's going to start calling smokes and flashes. He's going to be, all right, execute inside. They know there's only one guy. CEVO by himself, trying to get Lex down. Lex had no idea where he is. Gets the damage off, and back and forth trading is continuing here. But if they allow Reliable to string together 2 round wins in a row, this game will be over the next set here. Look for them to try and continue momentum. Full armor, full buy here. Take a peek at scoreboard for you guys. And it's relatively even.
Yeah, it is relatively even, and the terrorists are going to be saving this round, so this is, the door opening that Mythic needs. I mean, they could easily chain this round, into another gun win for, over Reliable next round. They're still in a position to win the game. They don't even have to, necessarily be thinking about overtime or a loss in this position. They're doing pretty well financially, and if they continue to not die here, as Robbie 1 was the only one to die, so he's the only one who's going to have to rebuy. I think they're looking decent to keep this game close.
Oh, Frost making a nice shot there on Lex, who's getting a little greedy. Robbie 1 with a 2K on the round, so Frost by himself trying to get another round. It does not look like it's going to happen. It looks like your CT team is going to be able to push themselves back within 1 round. Looks like Frost, he did grab that silence M4, so he's probably going to see if he can get maybe an easy pick here, an easy push. No, he's going to push down. He is going to go for it. Ill-advised. Goes down as Abe was able to see his feet crouched down near Pop Dog. So back within 1 round, but Reliable is still up by that 1 round. This is going to get close.
Still up. Yeah, it definitely is. And their money actually is not in great shape. It looks like 2 players have already bought, so I'm pretty sure they're going to have to buy up around it. I see what... Actually, it's not so terrible. I see 1 Galil on them, although no armor on Frost Gaming or Roka. I mean, the one advantage that the AK has over the M4 is it does a lot of damage to armored opponents, and has that one-shot headshot potential. So when the players don't have armor, they're opening themselves to A, get aim punched, and B, because they don't have a helmet, they can get one-clicked by an M4 from pretty much any range, which is a scary proposition on this map.
and into round 28. Opening pick is going to go to Lightworker there. Slip goes down. Lex gets one. This might be tied up here. CEVO and Frost both get kills. Oh, Robbie 1 was in a good position there. He was able to take down Roka, and Mark goes down. So Frost, as it seems like always, last person alive, can't make his op work for him, and tied up now, 14-14. This is going to be an extremely tight game here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure how I feel about the reliable gaming buy. I mean, part of me is wondering if it was an accidental buy. The players who could afford AKs thought that their teammates would be able to follow it up. But now they're going to be saving on the round where reliable gaming has the ability to secure the overtime round and potentially even, you know, turn it into a win the following round. I'm not sure if I understand the thought process that reliable gaming had that round, and I think it might cost them the game.
Reliable gaming is going to have to be on the save here, executing into the Ivy area, and Light picks up 2, and here comes the push. Frost goes down, only a few players remaining. That's Light going to get another one on that round. Abe gets 1 kill. Light with a 4K on the round, so that is going to secure at least overtime here for Mythic. Here comes the buy from the Terrorist Squad, though. They do have money to full buy here, so they are going to try... They're going to try and get this. I was just laughing at Slip. GG in advance for another exciting Cyber Evolution.
I'd be mad if I was losing too. It's really that simple. And it was, I mean, that was just a bad buy from Reliable. Instead of saving on that last crucial round where it was 14-14, if they just managed their economy properly, they could have been buying and could have locked up the 15th round for themselves. So, I mean, if they want to be sour grapes and, you know, talk trash, then let them.
Frost, though, wrecking with that op. We'll take a peek at the score, his score at the end of this if we don't go into overtime here. It looks like an overtime might be very close to happening as Roka gets 1. Roka gets 2 on the round, so he's able to pick up 2 kills. Abe's able to get 1, and wow, so overtime. I guess that overtime. I guess that round went in favor of Reliable Gaming, and we're going to overtime.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe?
That is
private servers, man.
Annoying. Yeah, the GoTVs are never set up in the way we need them to be.
Maybe not overtime. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, the fact that the map switch might indicate that somehow Mythic Gaming was able to pull that together and maybe just get the win and not even send it to overtime. All the players could have left.
So you guys understand? It's not actually our server. This is
Reliable
Gaming's private server. So if you guys are upset about that ending, blame them and their server because that doesn't happen.
Set up properly.
Yeah, that doesn't happen on CEVO because we have our servers set up right for GoTV. So
yeah, the GoTV won't end just because the game ends or the players leave the server.
You guys want to get mad? Go get mad at Reliable for not setting it up correctly. They weren't ready though, so it's okay. It's nobody's fault. Let's bring us back out of this while we figure out what the end of that game was. Commercial for you guys.
So
right
now, for people that are, actually you said there's a commercial plan, right? For people that can't see us, I'm asking about info on our game. I saw that in the meantime, or not in the meantime, while this game was going on, actually, another game opened up or was confirmed. I'm trying to look to pull it up. I had the link a second ago. And it is Denial versus Ronin 5, which apparently got confirmed and will be played. Well, I guess they're scheduled for now. So either which would be great. So either we get some info on this game, we get to finish this overtime game out, or maybe we can transition into this Ronin 5 versus Denial game.
Hold on, I need to...
Oh, the players are back in the server. So if you reconnect to the server real quick, I'm not sure if they're live, but I would. They're saying not live, but join the server.
Oh, same.
Because it looks like it is overtime. Yeah, absolutely.
Overtime! Yeah.
The game is not live.
I'm back in there. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it was pretty lame how the server dropped us like that. I guess they weren't ready to execute an overtime config. I don't know what it was, but either way, I'm glad we're playing it, and I'm glad we're getting slightly more entertainment out of this game. I felt unsatisfied with the way we thought it ended.
I wasn't happy with that. Roka, you're lucky. I hate that. That's like putting headphones in your comment. Lol, not paying attention, headphones. I hate that. It it makes me so angry. But it looks like we got overtime going, so they were able to win that round. It looks like they should have. Abe looked like he was really close to dying there. Only one player left on the CT side, so I do believe, yeah, we're having overtime here. So trying to blame servers, and the reason why they weren't using a CEVO server and they're using their own private server was because due to the update today to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, the servers were not updated quick enough, and we were scrambling to try and get them all updated and ready to go. They weren't ready, so we told them to just use their own server if they were able to get it updated, and they were. So
yeah, and that's actually a luxury that CEVO affords. You know, a lot of people pay, I don't know, top dollar for their own really good servers, and a lot of people like to say, oh, you know, ESEA servers, blah, CEVO servers, blah, all pug, they never read for me. This is your chance to use your own server, and it's a luxury that the players, I think, appreciate a lot. And sometimes, you know, it doesn't work out for us as the spectators, but it is a nice luxury to have. And, you know, if you don't have a server, you have the servers we provide. It's, you know, you don't have to do, we're not forcing anyone to do anything.
I hope everyone just saw that achievement there from Lex, Train Map Veteran. That is impressive. Did you miss that? Train Map Veteran?
I see it in the chat now. Clearly he's logged a lot of time on the map. Clearly he's I mean, I guess that proves his expert. He's a veteran now. I guess it doesn't prove he's an expert, but the man he is battle hardened, a real vet out there of the train yard. And it looks like we might be live right now. Yeah, we're going live. Take us away, Luca.
And we are into overtime here. This is going to be like your stereotypical overtime. You're going to have 3 rounds, switch sides. First team to win 4 wins that. But your starting money is a little bit different here. If you guys haven't seen this with CEVO, bam, 16K start money. Those guys are rich right now, so it makes the action a lot tighter, a lot faster here. Instead of your boring little low 6K money or whatever. I don't even remember what old overtime used to be. I believe 10K was the
10K.
Newest version of it, and then after that, there was a different one way back in the day. But Frost opens up the initial kill on the round, trying to work his team into having the man advantage. They do have the man advantage, I should say, and just like that, Lightworker makes it even again. So now it's back on the 4 versus 4, basically full strength. Wow, Frost only took a little bit of damage from that fire that got thrown directly at his feet, and Lex gets a kill on Arya there. So Soba, Roka, and Frost left alive, and Frost takes down Lex, and I missed it. I'm so jealous of that. Roka trying to get some kills. Sobo gets one off. Sobo, actually, no, that was Roka who picks up that one. And just like that, Robbie1 is your last CT left alive, working his way against 3 terrorists. That should take, ooh, it doesn't kill Roka. Wow. I thought that fire was going to hit right next to him and get him down. But Frost got a 2K on that round, Roka with a 2K, and only 2 kills on the other side. Lightworker with 1 and Lex with 1. So first round goes to Terrorist, who is actually reliable gaming now.
Yeah, that was a crucial round win for them. You know, they did put together a lot of rounds on the T side. Actually, I guess the half score was what? They won it 8-7, so they put up around equal rounds on either side. It was just that actually no, both teams put up equal rounds on opposite sides. So really, the back and forth trade is something that may not be as uncommon as I had just thought. I mean, it really just occurred to me as I was speaking that this actually seems pretty likely and unsurprising.
And we've been seeing that back and forth trade happen quite a bit here. Lex trying to get a second one on the round, and he's able to pick up a second one. So we lost Roka, we lost Arya, and slip it down. Terrorist trying to execute inside. Robbie1 playing it by himself, though. Frost is right there. Hasn't seen the bomb yet. Let's go over to Robbie1. He's going to be pushing. Sobo trying to cover that. Sobo does make a good cover there and is able to get that done. Let's go over to Lex, who's going to be the closest one. Sobo trying to work his way up the ladder. They know where he is. He's going to try and pop up. There comes a push from Mythic. They got the bomb down, though. He gets one. Abe goes down, gets taken out by Lex. So defuse incoming. So back and forth trade is still alive here. CT's just won one after the Terrorists won the first one. Bomb did get planted, so money is still in their favor. Sobo with a 2K and Lex with a 3K grabbing that auto sniper. And who did he just drop it to? Dropped it to Abe. Ooh, interesting choice there, having Abe take it.
Yeah, I mean, Lex has been the go-to scoper all game. Clearly feels like he'll be, you know, more ready with an M4. And once again, I just want to say that I think that the back and forth trade is actually going to be the name of the game in this overtime. I didn't think so 5 seconds ago or 5 minutes ago-ish. It really only occurred to me, when I talked myself through it. This game has been ridiculously back and forth. They've been equally matched pretty much on T and CT side. I think it's going to be a matter of one team slipping up, not another team stepping up.
And execute happening towards the Ivy. Actually, there's going to be 3 players trying to work there. Lex got a kill. Abe goes down. So we lost Abe. We've lost Slip. Here they come. Marcus right there waiting, though. Takes down Roka. He takes down Arya. Also, Lex teamed up on that one. Sobo rocking the auto sniper there. Gets Mark down. And the rest of the terrorists are trying to work their way out. Frost is still in the T connector there. Gets a lot of damage done from Robbie 1. And then Light takes the rest of it out. Sobo getting shot from the side is able to get the kill off. And he is the last one left. He's going to try and drop out. Robbie 1 was waiting for him. And 2 rounds now in favor of the CT side. They strung 2 together there. And no bomb plant. Sobo with a 2K and a 2K for Mark. And yes, what? Yeah. Okay, switching sides. Wow. Yeah. I was totally thinking we were in a start of a new game there. Forgot we were on we're in overtime here. So
yeah, and I think that it didn't really matter what side either team was on. I think really the more important part was that Mythic was able to pick up the 2 rounds, not the one of that 3-round exchange. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them go for a similar win 1 round on Terror's side, just like Reliable Gaming did, and have Reliable Gaming win 2 on CT and see a double overtime. That wouldn't surprise me. And it's really just about who's going to be able to put it together more times. Not blow a clutch or give up an easy take or get nervous and miss frags that they should get, because really the game is about as even in terms of rounds and kills as it could be.
Frost opening it up, though, giving the man advantage to his team. And Lex is able to plant outside before he goes down from Frost. So they did get the bomb planted outside, and Slip gets a kill right there. Robbie 1 gets 1, so 2 terrorists remaining trying to protect that bomb. And, Robbie 1 almost goes down right there. Robbie 1 does go down right there. So 1 versus 2 now. Look at that kill right there. Roka was just directly in front of Lightworker, and Frost was directly in front of Roka. And Roka was able to survive that. But Robbie 1 with a 2K, Lightworker with a 2K, Roka with 1 kill, Slip with 1, and Frost with a 3K. He is going extremely ham, dude. Already 6 kills into overtime, and we're tied up, though, 2-2 now.
I think if Light was more aware of the situation, I think he easily could have picked up that 1v1. I mean, there's no way he could have known Roka was there. He didn't have any teams to communicate that to. But literally as soon as he picked up the kill on, I believe it was Frost who was standing in front of Roka, Frost fell, Lightworker went to go aim elsewhere, and then as the first body fell, he saw the second one behind him. So he didn't have enough time to adjust, but that was a really winnable round that Lightworker was able to bring it down to. It's going to be a game of who misses up first, who blinks first. Is it going to be Reliable Gaming or is it going to be Mythic?
And we appreciate that, Schaefer. Thank you for saying you love it. And we are underway now. This is round 5. Oh, look at Lex hitting that shot when Frost missed it. Frost has been on fire with his op. Misses the shot. Lex is able to capitalize on the miss there and get it off. I love that spot on Ivy in between that center pillar right there, playing that with an op. It's so fun until somebody gets boosted on the fence and you're looking down and get snapped on. But 2 rounds in the bag for both teams. We've already had a switch here. Frost is down, so opening kill goes to Mythic as they're still trying to work their way ahead. Look at this spot. Wow, Lex is hot, dude. That shot was extremely nice right there. Strafing out, kind of knew Sobo was probably going to be there. Still made it happen on a good snap. Lex with a 3K on the round right now. Robbie 1 poised to take down Arya here. Here comes Arya, gets the headshot off. Roka by himself now, working. Roka goes down, and your terrorist team of Mythic now has 3 rounds. They get 1 more this last round here. That's it for overtime. But if your counter-terrorist team, who is on a full buy, is able to win this, we're going to overtime number 2.
I have to say, I think the 16K money rule as opposed to the 10K kind of removes a little bit of the finesse of buying and saving in overtime, but it really makes for exciting games. Knowing that every round is going to be a gun round, pretty much no matter what, makes for really exciting rounds. I think this is a round that, because they're gunned up, and also because they've picked up 2 kills already, Reliable Gaming can easily pick up and easily send this into a double overtime.
Getting close now. 2 players down from the terrorist side. Lex and Mark are both dead. Roka picks up one, and Frost picks up the other one. The bomb is down, and look at that push from behind by Arya. He's able to pick up Abe and Robbie. One Slip is going to be right there, though. And, Slip moving? Nope, excuse me. Lightworker outside. Slip was his teammate, spraying at his own teammate. I got excited there, thinking he was going to clean up the end of that round.
I was looking at the same thing. I was like, where's the kill?
I was like,
oh,
Slip, he's got him! Nope, wrong. Completely wrong. Slips on his team. Arya has got a 2K on the round, though, so last player left alive, and that is going to be Lightworker. He's got to try and get... Oh, Slip is right there. If he can get this off. Oh, he's going to get it. He is going to get it on him. Is able to pick up a rifle now. Drop that off. Lightworker is still good with the op, though. Might favor the closer range of the M4, though, and he does pick up the M4. Working his way back over towards the bomb. Arya is right there with a nice angle, trying to work upper. He's got to get that bomb and get out of there. He's got 35 seconds now. Sees Arya, can't get the shots off. Gunfight ensues. Who's going to win this? 5 HP left. He's got to spray with his other weapons. Drops a nade right there. That is not going to kill Arya. Still got enough HP. Frost misses the shot right there. Actually, he does hit it, but it was through a wall. Able to pick up the second one, and just like that, we are going into a double overtime now as both teams pick up 3 rounds, and we're going strong. Double overtime.
You know, once again, I would not be surprised if we see a repeat of the last overtime. I think the counter-terrorist team winning 2 and the terrorist team winning 1 is been indicative of, you know, this matchup pretty much all game. I think we might be here for the next we could go into quintuple overtime, or, you know, who knows, septuple. We could be here forever if they don't break out of the group. That's why I think
septuple.
That's 7, right?
That would be insane.
It would be insane, and obviously, I don't think that's really going to happen. But it just really just goes to highlight the point that it's going to be the team that slips up first. I mean, they're so evenly matched. Well, I guess one player could just absolutely lose a mind and win a 1v4 to win the game. But really, it's going to be the team that blows their hold, or just, you know, called a bad strat or stratted into a man stack. It's going to be something like that locks up the game for one of these teams.
And Mythic that's true. Schaefer said it. They're a hell of a team, and I believe Tasky actually hit me on the head there. I was completely incorrect. I said 16-9 in favor of Reliable. I thought they were going to run away with this, but I was proved completely wrong. Right now, Reliable on CT, though, trying to pick up as much as they can. They've already got Lightworker down. Abe is down also. Robbie 1 answers, though, to getting Slip out of the way on the inside bomb site. So Roka with a kill, Frost with a kill. It is to a 4 versus 3. Robbie 1 gets flanked from Arya, though, pushing up all the way from behind. Now we have Lex and Mark by themselves, your number 3 and your number 4 player. Let's go over to Lex. He is extremely close right there. Abe jumps up, and he gets a leg shot off. Can't get the kill on him, and Abe is able to capitalize on that. Mark steps his way out the T-Con and is able to get 1. That's Arya who goes down. This nade should get a touchdown right here on Sobo, as it does. Sobo dies, and he is going to be in a 1 versus 2. Roka and Frost right there. Frost was ready, shooting over the top of that sandbag. Gets the shot off on him, and the first round goes down in favor of Reliable.
That round, Mythic was doing a double op setup, and I'm not sure if we've really seen that from them yet. I mean, it was Roberto Clement 1, who was Robbie 1, who picked up that. I don't think we had seen him with an op this game at all, let alone any kind of scope. I know we saw Abe with an auto sniper at one point, but we haven't seen him with a scope. He was able to put it to work, and unfortunately Lex wasn't. I think the rifles might be more advantageous for them, or maybe have just Lex on the scope and have rifles supporting him.
Man, switching back and forth, though, between the ops there, Lex and Frost have been just going nuts, making shots separately that have just been absolutely crazy. And Robbie 1's going to get the plant outside after Lex goes down. And there is all of the CTs out there. Here comes the flank. Arya goes down. 1 more right there. That's going to be Roka. And can they get him? They finally get Roka. Sobo gets 1. Roka has 2 right there. So Robbie 1 by himself versus 3 CTs. 1 is very low. He takes down Slip. Sobo ends up getting the headshot on him. Sobo with a 2K. Roka with a 2K also. And Robbie 1 with a 2K. And 2 rounds are going to go in favor of your counter-terrorist team. They are very, very close. If they win this last one, that is going to put a ton of pressure on Reliable going into the second half of this. Or, excuse me, on Mythic.
Yeah, definitely. I guess if my math is right, at this point, this should be Mythic's round to pick up, and they should be able to pick up an easy 2 on counter terrorist side. But really, no, that is not set in stone. The fact that they were able to pick up the second round on CT side of this half, which has been historically, I guess, in this game, has been the one where the terrorists win. And Mythic Gaming wasn't able to do that. This is Reliable's door opening. I mean, it's been such a close game. Both teams have had an equal amount of opportunities, and this is just theirs. They happen to have the most recent one.
We just watched, I believe that was Slip, or was that Sobo saying that CEVO chat is me? Somebody's feeding him info while he's in his match here. 2 kills for the CTs, though. That was Arya and Slip both getting him execute inside. Here comes the terrorist. Lex gets legged right there. That nade should take care of him. Roka goes down. Arya cleans up Lightworker on the trade, so Lex and Abe. Abe is now the only one left. He's going to be trying to fight against a whole bunch here, and Roka is mad once again. Abe gets a kill, though, so he's going to be fighting. Frost is right there. Oh, my God. He almost just got picked, gets smoked, and on top of the bomb is going to be a CT defuse incoming, and there it goes. Slip gets it. So all 3 rounds of your overtime have gone directly to the counter-terrorist team of Reliable.
Yeah, this is Swift. Still not happy with his treatment in the chat, but it's like the People's Court. I mean, clearly, if you don't like what the people have to say in chat, you have to change something about your play. But or I guess your mannerisms. Clearly, their play isn't in question, as they're looking, as you say, poised to pick up this last round. And on T side, it's very possible that Mythic will. Be able to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. I'm totally wrapped up in this drama. It's very possible that the CTs of Mythic will be able to pick up the 3 rounds they need to bring it back into a double overtime. Or, this is where Reliable Gaming just kind of outlasts. Triple. Sorry, yeah, this is double. Or it could be where Reliable now, outlasts and uses their competitive experience to basically outlast Mythic, where they started off well, they kept pace the entire time, but eventually there's some kind of Reliable can do it for a much longer time. They keep this level of play up going for a while.
There goes Slip to a touchdown grenade right there. Frost gets a kill on Abe, though. Mark on the trade out of Arya. Roka gets a nice kill at the end of that exchange, trying to work out through Ivy. Mark goes down at the end of this, so this is do or die time for the last 2 remaining CTs here. They have to get all of these kills and not lose this round. They do have the bomb down at the back lanes in between there. Oh, look at that spray right above his head. Lex almost just took down Sobo. He's going to throw, as soon as that smoke dissipates, Sobo is probably going to smoke Lex right here. No, he's not. Frost is going to get the kill. So Robbie won. It is all up to Robbie 1 here. I think Frost sees his feet, though. No, didn't see his feet at the time. He's just going to be checking down that back lane. He's going to see him right there and get the shot off. And Reliable Gaming wins it in double overtime over Mythic. Oh, man. Over Mythic right there. That
BDS
was
is the first thing that comes to mind.
Close.
But yeah, it was an extremely close game, and really, I don't think either team can be super disappointed. I think that was a great showing for Mythic. It showed that they can keep up for a long time with